Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's Ethan. We're here at Venice Golds, the Mecca. We're here with Big Will Harris, and we're here to ask him some questions. What made you start fitness, Big Will?
Well, I'm being half Samoan. So growing up here in LA, one of the main things that you're taught as a Samoan, and my fellow Samoanians can attest to, learn how to do two things: lift with weights and learn how to cook a pig underground. So kind of goes with the heritage.
What inspired you to continue doing fitness?
Well, it's a way of health, it's a way of life. And growing up the way I did, and well, most people grow up, you look around you, and most older folks, back when I was growing up, they wasn't the healthiest past 30. So I always knew when I was growing up, I never wanted to look like that. So being a part of the health plan was always a part of my repertoire.
Makes sense. Working out makes you stay young and healthy.
I am living the Peter Pan living day. No, that's true. I'm a pretty motherfucker, I know it. So
What's the best advice you can give to new bodybuilders that are starting out their journey?
young guys starting out, period, especially in a gym, get a coach and learn how to take your time. This is not a sprint. Bodybuilding, the life of fitness is a marathon. It's a lifestyle living, and if you do it correctly, you can look Peter Pan for the rest of your life. There's no such thing as growing old gracefully. You grow old because you think old, and you end up being old. And there's not a piece of gray on my body. A lot of newcomers have no idea. They look, while most people trainers, they see something and they mimic it.
They mimic it.
So what you want to do is find a coach, learn how the gym facility works, how to work different muscle groups properly, and that's the best advice I can give you.
100%. Most people think they know how to work out.
Well, that's because that's the narcissistic world we live in these days.
He is speaking true facts right there. Everybody has an ego in the gym nowadays, and that's why they don't think they need a coach. And they think they know what
so
they're
much
doing.
ego is as far as they just don't know and they don't know to ask. You know, like I said, it's created such a narcissistic vibe that most people just don't understand that what they're doing is asinine and wrong. But because they've grown up looking at people on the internet and thinking they know what to do, that's where that stemming from. So, like I said, I don't think it's so much ego; it's just not knowing. It's not acknowledging that they don't know. So if you don't know that you're doing it wrong, it's not so much ego. You just think you're doing it right out of ignorance.
I mean, I know some people that are ego.
Yeah, of course there's of course of that.
It's mostly men too.
It's both. But, you know, once again, it's more out of ignorance than the fact of them having straight egos. Yes, there's a lot of egos involved because they haven't earned it. Most of the guys today haven't earned a thing. They get on a site, buy most of their followers. They think they know more than they do, and they talk a lot of out the side of their neck most of the time. Back when I was coming up, you want to prove yourself, find your ass up on stage. You think you're that good? Prove it. Step on stage with some of your peers and some of the best of them and see what you really know. See how bad you really are.
So the next question is, what's some life advice you can give to my audience? And it could be with anything in general. It doesn't have to be gym associated.
Don't stop learning. When you learn, you die, and you're shut off to the rest of the world. So always have an open mind. Give the benefit of the doubt when it's necessary, and pay attention. Learn.
Learning is very important. A lot of people aren't doing that nowadays. And
Once
because
again,
of that, there's a rise in dementia because people are not learning or reading.
It's because they're caught up on the phone.
Yep.
Again, it's
Social media.
It's a blessing, but it's also a fucking
curse, yeah.
And it's a curse.
That's the sad thing. And the last question before you have to go home is, what potential do you see in the
Well, as we say in the business, potential is a dime a dozen. It truly is. Some of your best athletes made it on these walls in this beautiful place here. Had the worst genetics in the planet. Today was Dorian Yates. Love that man to death. We talked in the past and passed each other when I was pulling in earlier today, and he would even state his claim when he was coming up. He thought he had some of the worst genetics there was, and he went on to win 6 Mr. Olympics because he learned how to outwork anybody. So potential don't mean shit unless you do something with it. So no matter how much potential I think you have, which I think you have quite a bit, it's going to be up to you what you want to do with it. Most guys with potential train like it. They know they have potential, so they only train to a certain point. They don't know how to train up and beyond. And Dorian made that statement about several of the athletes he competed against that they actually was to fucking work hard. Sorry about dropping all these F-bombs. no holds barred, they actually beat him. One of the best things that Dorian said, but it's a matter of work ethic. So, do you have potential, even? Absolutely. What you plan on doing with it, where you go from here, your corner.
Which is why you're going to coach me.
I am here.
When do you want to get started?
Well, we're at the holidays now, so I'm going to let you enjoy yourself for this holiday.
So, January.
Tell me now.
You heard that? Ladies and gentlemen,
When
you're
the
going to see me
ball
get
drops,
destroyed.
So will he.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're done with this talk and these questions. I appreciate your time, Big Will.
It's been a pleasure, Ethan.
And we're going to start having vlogs with Big Will. Him destroying me literally with every exercise after the New Year's.
Well, I don't want to have him crying on camera, so we'll probably...
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to cut to the gym.
I learn all the wisdom, read some books, something written, watch the best, teach a system I invest, never hidden, I ain't scared, ain't no chicken, I take dares, I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving, find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love, take a risk and find out what you've been missing, yeah. The will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace, this is your goal that makes it all worth it, this is your why that gives you your purpose. Lies deep way under the surface, and like a